Hey everyone, today's video is on my number one reason why everyone should be trading up, and that is because it is free. Let me explain. I know you hear on TV all these ads, all this crap, free this, free that, when you do this, all that. This is actually free, okay? And it's free because it doesn't cost you anything to actually list an item. The item itself might have cost you something, but you know what? You bought that, I don't know, 2 years ago, and you got all your use out of it, and it's kind of the initial expenses, you're over it. You know, again, you spent that money a while ago, you don't really realize it now, it's just collecting dust sitting around. And when I started, I can tell you right now, I started one of my items was a netbook computer that was literally collecting dust under TV stand we have in our living room. We had to dust it off every time. So I said, at first I thought I'd sell it, but then I said, let me just try trading it. And I eventually traded that up to a Harley Davidson, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so that didn't cost me anything to start. That was one of the big things that brought me to bartering or to trading up, is that, shoot, you know what? I can try anything, and it doesn't cost me a penny. I can list my computer. I can list watches. I tried a couple other things that didn't work out so well, but not everything works out. But you know what? It didn't cost me anything to list those. It took maybe 10 minutes for me to go ahead and list those items that didn't work out, and big deal, because I had a bunch of other items that were working out very well. So that's really the cool thing about it, is it doesn't cost you anything. There's no initial investment. Unlike pretty much any other business or any other way to make money, you got to buy something. You got to buy some starting out. You got to buy something to sell something. Well, with this, you kind of already bought the item, so you don't really realize your bank account's going to stay the same. You're not buying anything else. Of course, you can, and that's a little bit advanced techniques that we'll go over in another video. But to get started, you start with something that you already have, so it's not costing you anything. And you can list one, 3, 5, 10 items if you want, and it still doesn't cost you the same thing, $0. Okay. And the only time it's going to start to cost you something is once you start trading up trading something that you need to actually fix. So if you have a four-wheeler that needs a battery, maybe a lawnmower, whatever, needs a battery, needs new blades, whatever, it might cost $50, but now you have a $500-$600 item. So I'll put in $50 to make it more valuable, all day and night. And again, another time it's going to start costing you is when you're driving around. So a quick story is when I'm telling friends about, oh, I traded up for this motorcycle, fairly new motorcycle. I said it was pretty much free. They're like, oh, well, it wasn't free. You had to drive around to get it. And I say, oh, okay, well, you're right. I had to spend about $20 to $30 in gas money to get a $2,500 motorcycle. Whoops, you're right. I was wrong. I had to spend a little bit of money. It's kind of funny. It's like, of course, I spent a little bit of money. It was like $20, but I didn't have to spend that until way down the road when I knew I was going to spend that $20 to make, 2,000 or whatever it is. So, of course, you're going to spend the money then. But so anyways, that's my quick video on why you need to get started. It's free, doesn't cost anything. Go ahead, start right now. Pick a couple items around the house, take some pictures, list them, and you'll see what I mean. You'll start getting offers, and you won't have had put a penny into the whole thing. So check out my blog. It's makemoneybartering.com. I just go over more tips and tricks on how to barter up and how to barter up for profit. So definitely, and also check out the more videos I'm going to have coming up just to discuss more trading up tips. Thanks.